Buck Bros, what's up? How's it going? I'm Buck Bro Ryan. I'm joined here by my fellow Buck Bros, Bryce, Zach, and John. Guys, it's our Game 9 preview episode. Halfway through the season, the Bucs taking on the Patriots at home. Let's jump into it, guys. First, let's look at the offense. Kind of sputtering. We've seen it the past two games. Baker and Co. looking a little shaky. We talked about it on our review last week. What do the Bucs offense have to do to get through a Patriots defense that looks much improved, especially under Vrabel? I think they allowed, like 16, 11 points last game. So what do we have to do to get something started here for the offense to keep it going?
Hey, broadcasters. Hope you all enjoyed the bye week. You got bellies full of candy from Halloween. We're into November. It is prime football time. Fall's in the air. There's a little bit of a cool wind coming through Florida, which is nice. After all the hot months that you got going on after that. But that's what we're looking for in the offense is a little bit of a hot streak coming out, though. It would take some of that cool wind coming from the northeast and bring that hot fever into Raymond James Stadium here on Week 9. I think, we got to get Baker rolling. Hopefully the bye week gave him some much needed rest. Same with all the offense. New England's a good team. They play sound football. Defense is very good. Mike Vrabel's a great coach. It's going to be a physical game. That's what they like to play. They like to win at the line of scrimmage. They're a physical team. It's going to be a physical matchup. But again, I think what benefits us is that we'll have 2 weeks rest. So when you're coming into a physical game like that, usually the team that's more well rested is usually the one that's going to kind of have a little bit more of that energy to start the game, in my opinion. So if we can get out to a hot start and get Baker kind of rolling and confident here, in Raymond James Stadium, and we can hopefully find some rhythm in the offense. I think we'll stand a good chance to put up some points against this defense. They have a good secondary too, but I have faith that we'll figure out a way to kind of get the running game going. Hopefully we'll get good news on Bucky Irving too. If we can have him, it just helps tremendously with opening that playbook up for Grizzard. But we'll see. I think the key of the game is match your physicality and open up spread the field. Try that vertical attack game that we were used to the first 6 weeks of the season, and we should be fine.
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on how healthy we get over the bye week. But I think for the offense side of the ball, I'd really love to see them come up with a way to start fast and maybe a script that's effective, or plan B when it's not doing well. The offense obviously just needs to get right, and hopefully the bye gives them everything they need to do that. They're a very good defense. You said they're well coached. They've got a great coach in Mike Vrabel, and obviously defensively minded coach. So he prioritizes that side of the ball. So hopefully the line can stand up, keep Baker upright. But I just think it's going to be a lot of what does the injury report look like going into the game? I think that's going to be a huge factor for our offense because, like we said in the review for last week, it's caught up to us, these injuries. So hopefully we just have a lot of guys that haven't been ready to play because we're just not at full strength, and you can only get by so long with a roster with this many injuries. So
we just got to smoke this team. That's really what we need to do. We need to show out on them. I know we need to get healthy, but this is one of we have 2 hard games left, and this is one of them. And we need to smack this team around. This has been a team that has been in the dumpster since Tom Brady left. They have been very, very bad. They've been burning through quarterbacks. They've been burning through players. They look great right now. They're gonna get way too big for their britches. We need to go in there, smack this team around, and get out of there healthy. We just don't need to lose anybody to this game. I think we already have the personnel to win this game. I just don't want to see anyone else get hurt. My key to the game is just get through this with no injuries.
Good key, especially if especially if it bolsters our injury report, or opposite of bolsters, I guess. I think this is going to be tough, and we made mention of our next 3 games over the course of the season. Here at home against the Patriots, then at the Bills, and then at the LA Rams. It's pretty tough games, and this is probably the one that slates to be the one that's most likely that we can win. So for the offense, you'd like to see Baker get in a rhythm. I especially agree with you, Bryce. I want to see us stretch the field and make some of those throws. So I'm hoping that Baker gets a little healthier, gets a little bit more rest in this this coming bye week, so that when he does go out there on Sunday against the Patriots, he can make those throws that we've seen him make before. Other than that, when I think of Vrabel teams, I think they're going to be well executed. They're not going to give you a whole lot of mistakes. So we got to match that execution level as well. No big mistakes, no holding penalties, false starts. Try to keep as clean a sheet as you can and just go out there and match them, not only physically, like you said, but match them mentally as well. Let's flip it over to the defensive side of the ball. We raved about the defense against the Saints. The Patriots provide a little bit more of a challenge. Drake May kind of having his coming out party. They seem to be putting up points pretty easily. So on defense, how did the Buccaneers force Drake May into some early throws, and how do we shake or rattle them like we did Spencer Rattler last game?
They also have a white boy with motion right now. He's definitely balling out. He represents a challenge because he's also mobile. I mean, he's rushed over 50 yards the last 2 games. I would normally be like, oh, get pressure, the kind of like standard operating procedure. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks last week, did not slow that offense down at all. So I think it's more so, because he's able to get outside the pocket and create. So I think we're always going to bring pressure and try to get after him, but just being sound in our coverage, I think will be really important. Not let them get those blown coverage plays if he extends it. Maybe have someone spy him so he can't get out. I mean, treat him like a mobile quarterback, one who can thrive under duress, because he really impressed me with the way he was able to put up those numbers, while Myles Garrett set a franchise record for sacks in a single game. So the key to me is not necessarily, getting after him and getting pressure on him. It's kind of a generic one, but I think it's being ready to account for his ability to create on the run and outside of the pocket. So just staying home, I guess, would be another way to say that. I'd really love to see a spy on him.
If it's not Sebastian Dennis, because we'll know how that will go. But
yeah, that's fair.
I think that the key, and we've talked about this before, one of the keys actually will be playing complementary football, and that we need to sustain drives on offense to keep their offense off the field and our defense fresh. However, when our defense is on the field and their offense on the field, I think the biggest key is what we've been kind of doing for most of the season is stop the run first and foremost. Put them in disadvantaged situations, 3rd and long, where Todd Bowles can definitely use his special blitz packages. I don't think Drake May has seen Todd Bowles' kind of blitz packages. I mean, yeah, Myles Garrett is one guy who gets off sacks 5 times, but outside of that, it's a little bit different when you got 6, 7, 5 guys always coming at you. You don't know where they're coming from. So if we can pressure Drake May into making some poor decisions and then capitalize on turnovers, that's also been kind of the hallmark of our defense, is causing havoc, creating turnovers over the last 3 games. And the Patriots running backs, especially have the susceptibility of not protecting the ball very well. I think the running backs fumbling epidemic. So punch. That's all we need to be doing all day. It's trying to strip the ball, create turnovers, because once you do that, obviously they're off the field and our offense is back on. So I think that's the key to the game. You got to win the turnover battle, and it starts with defense.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward for a Todd Bowles masterclass for this game, because I think this would be the first time Drake May faces him, and if anything, Cleveland, I'm pretty sure their O-line is susceptible for allowing pressures to happen. So I'm hoping that we can dial up some blitzes early, get Drake May off schedule, because while he may be a playmaker off schedule, I also think that Todd Bowles' defense works better when things are off schedule. The things that really cut us are those on-time slants and, some of those things that just are timing patterns that the zone doesn't cover. So I'm looking forward. My key to the game to be get pressure on him early, get him off schedule, and then see, to Bryce's point, if that forces him into making turnovers to win that turnover battle.
Defensively, just keep doing what? Wait, stay the course, dog. What? We just put up 5 turnovers. What? My key to the game? Change nothing. What? Keep your foot on the neck of the rest of the end. What do you want them to do? Change nothing. I want to know it. Next time you run over a quarterback, try to hurt him. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's really all you want. I don't know what else you need.
I agree. All right. Well, something I need from you, John, is a score prediction.
So they're a pretty good team. Every time we think it's going to be a close game because they've got 2 good defenses, it ends up being a shootout. So I'm thinking Bucs 28-24. Yeah, 28-24 Bucs.
28-24. All right. Zach?
I think it will be a little bit of a slog. I'm gonna say 21-20 Bucks.
Ooh.
Maybe we get back into the late,
Yeah, the
last minute.
Yeah, the cardiac Bucks, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bryce. 21-20, 28-24. What do you got?
Yeah. I actually see this one being a comfortable Bucs win. I know the Patriots are a good team. I think they'll play hard, but I just like the fact that we're going to be coming off a bye. We'll have fresh legs, and I think we play better at home anyway, even though we're 4-1 on the road. But I like us to win 31-20.
All right. Got a couple of scores there. I haven't really thought about it, so I'm just gonna pull something. Bucks 42, Patriots. Bucks 42, Patriots 27.
All right, take the over.
What are the Lions scoring?
What? Lions. All right. That's the score predictions, our keys to the game. Let's move to Buck Bros Fantasy. So, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, we play a fantasy league amongst ourselves where we get 2 rounds to pick 2 players. One is going to be a Bucs player that gets picked every week. The next one is going to be an NFL player. The caveat there is we cannot choose NFL players more than once. So there are quite a few off the board already. Saquon, for instance, did wonders for me last week. He is no longer available to be picked. So this week, I'm almost certain I got the order right. Bryce, Zach,
right.
John, Ryan will be the order. So Bryce is going to start us with the Buccaneers pick of the week.
All right. It's a little hard because there's still some questionable players out there, so we don't know who's starting for the Bucs and who's not. But I'm going to go ahead and guess this guy is going to be starting, so I will go with Baker Mayfield.
Baker off the board. Moves us down to Zach.
I will take Emeka Egbuka.
Very nice. John?
I would like Chris Godwin, please.
Oh, Godwin. All right, I guess we'll take
I stand by my statement.
your.
Yeah, you kind of have to, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the horse, dog. I'm taking him.
I guess I'll take Rashad then. If Bucky is playing, since we don't know, would that be a pivot
I think it's
pivot
if your
pool.
guy is out that you get to pivot, not someone better is available and now I can switch.
Yeah, you got to commit to
I think
Bucky
it's
now.
Okay, so I commit to Bucky,
Right.
and then if
Bucky
he's
now,
out, I'll
and then
take
if he's
Yeah,
out,
shot.
but you should take Bucky, and then if he's out, you can go ahead and replace him.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that then. I'll take Bucky on the
Hope
thought
that
that he will play. Yeah,
right. With Rashad being, I'll just do Bucky / Rashad.
that sounds good. All right, so that moves me to week 10 NFL pick. So we are skipping a week here. Let me look at the week 10 availabilities. I'll go with Goff, Jared Goff.
And you shall have him.
I don't know if he's
Okay,
available because I'm lazy and I'm not using the app. Can I have Jordan Love?
He's not.
He is not available. I picked him earlier.
I looked last week when I had to replace Drake London, which was an unfortunate circumstance because he went fucking off.
Can I have Vidal? Running back?
Say that one more time.
Vidal,
Vidal?
Chargers.
I cannot imagine he's been picked.
No, he's definitely available.
He's available.
There was a lot of hate in y'all's tone right there. Okay?
I was trying to say, I was just telling him who it was.
I'm going to take a gamble on my pick. I'm gambling that Lamar will be back, which will make Derrick Henry's game improve. So I'm going to take Derrick Henry.
I have Derrick Henry. That's risky.
Yeah, well, he scored. I saw him score a touchdown. It hit the.
He scored twice. He had a good game last game for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Bryce, round us out. NFL.
All right. Some interesting games here. Eagles Packers is a pretty big one there Monday night. I'm gonna go with Sam Darnold. He's been having a pretty good season. I think he keeps it up against the Cardinals there.
Yeah, he has. All right. Those are our Buck Bros fantasy picks. If you guys are just joining us, you want to see how we're doing for the rest of the season, you can follow along on Instagram at Buck Bros TB, where we will have our fantasy tracker. So you can see how these picks are doing. If you want to follow us for more, you can follow us on TikTok at Buck Bros 11. That will allow you to see our Buck bets that come out before every game. You can follow us along there as well. All right, let's wrap up this preview episode as we like to do. It's the 50th season for the Buccaneers, which means we've got 50 seasons worth of memories to reminisce upon. We play the Patriots this week, so this Buccaneers history flashback is to 2021. Brady's return to New England after a long career. The Bucs end up winning that game 19-17. So good return for Brady, but how can you not? We've played them, I'll say 6 times. I'm sorry, not 6. We played them 10 times. That's probably the most memorable one I can think of for the Bucs. That was also a Bucs win. We've lost to them quite a few times.
In 2000, we were either the first or second game of Bill Belichick's Patriots career, and we put it on them up in New England. Other than that, yeah, they've all been kind of losses to the Patriots during that 20-year span that Brady was there. So, yeah, I was pretty confident that was going to be the choice game.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And we need more Brady on these lookbacks. That's the first Brady game, I think. Is that right? Going into week 10?
Yeah, you try to get the 2020 Lions game.
He is a 3-year. He's part of the team for 3 out of 50 seasons. So, unfortunately, I think the sample size is going to be limited to just those, and they're good seasons. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, it's 6% of the total games we're going to be going over.
50% of the Super Bowls.
50.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to face the Chiefs then. We can revisit.
Yeah, it's like when we play Super Bowl 60, we'll go ahead and use that one as the rematch of Super Bowl 55.
Yeah. I thought that was a good one, and it took Brady one, so it meets the quote at maybe not the quota of Zach, but it does meet a Brady quota of some sort.
I'm gonna need at least one more Brady one.
One more Brady one. Okay, I'll circle something in on the schedule
Did you
when I
not
look.
use the Jets one where Antonio had his shirt off in the game?
I did. Yeah.
So
That
that's
wasn't-
two Brady. That's two
All right.
Brady.
Two Brady's.
That's enough.
I
Enough of
want a
Brady.
third. I want a third. I'm getting greedy now.
I what a third.
I've had a taste.
All right. Well, that's our season flashback, and that's it for our preview episode. We want to thank you guys for joining us. As always, we're going to wish our Bucs a great time. 7-2 on the horizon if we can face off against the Patriots, get out with a win at Raymond Chase Stadium. So, for this episode, let's end it with a big go Bucs. 7-2, baby.
Go Bucs. No
Lines aren't out yet.
Lions.
I can't. I don't know what to tell you. Bucks minus. It's at home, so we're probably. I'll take a wager. How about this? I'll predict the line. I'm gonna say the line will be Bucks minus 2.5.